Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today's update is absolutely huge for millions of families across South Africa. And if you're a parent, guardian, or simply someone who cares about the welfare of children in this country, then this is the news you've been waiting for. We've got breaking developments from SASSA. Yes, the South African Social Security Agency. And this one is going to impact so many households in a major, positive way. We're talking about an increase in the Child Support Grant, brand new bonus payments coming your way, and additional support that is being extended well into the second half of 2025. So make sure to stick with me all the way through because I'm going to break everything down for you in a way that's easy to understand, from how much you're getting, when the money is coming in, and who exactly qualifies. This is real financial relief, and the numbers we're talking about here are not small. R560 in May, plus a surprise R300 bonus for that same month, and then a continued bonus of R500 per child every month from June through October 2025. That's right. This isn't just a once-off payment. This is sustained support, and it's going to make a huge difference for families trying to put food on the table, buy school uniforms, and keep the lights on. Let's dive into the details of this incredible announcement. The Department of Social Development has confirmed that starting in May 2025, the Child Support Grant will increase to 560 Rand per child. This is an official increase from the previous R510, which means that for every child registered under the SASSA Child Support Grant program, caregivers will receive an additional R50. Now, you might be thinking, that's good, but what about the bonus we heard about? Well, you're absolutely right to ask. Alongside the R560 grant payment, eligible recipients will also be receiving a one-time R300 top-up bonus in May. This is being rolled out as part of the government's broader initiative to respond to the rising cost of living, especially food inflation and basic utility price hikes that have been hitting low-income households hard in recent months. The government understands that child-rearing expenses don't pause just because economic conditions get tough. In fact, they get even harder, and that's where this bonus comes into play. But the support doesn't stop in May. Here's where it gets even more exciting. Starting in June 2025 and continuing every single month through October 2025, parents and caregivers will receive an extra 500 Rand per child as a monthly top-up bonus in addition to the 560 Rand standard grant. This means each child is effectively going to bring in 1,060 Rand in total support per month during that 5-month period. Think about what this could mean for a family with 2 or 3 children. This is not just spare change. This is school fees. This is groceries for the month. This is rent support. And in some cases, even the difference between having electricity or not. And the government has made it clear, these payments are not loans. They are not subject to repayment. This is not a temporary bailout or a grant that will be clawed back later. These are unconditional top-ups, real money going straight into the hands of those who need it the most. The logic behind this increase and the extended bonus period is tied directly to both the economic conditions and the political commitments made by key stakeholders ahead of the 2025 national elections. Social welfare has become a central point in national debates, and the current administration is making moves to ensure that the most vulnerable are not left behind. According to officials from the Department of Social Development, this strategy has been in planning stages for months. They looked at consumer price index data, rising fuel costs, school fee inflation, and the ongoing issues with unemployment that are affecting many breadwinners across the country. The conclusion: direct cash support to families is one of the most effective ways to alleviate poverty and stimulate grassroots economic activity. By putting money directly in the hands of parents, they're not only supporting children's well-being, but also ensuring that local communities benefit, as those funds are spent at spaza shops, school vendors, and transport providers. Now let's talk about eligibility, because I know a lot of people will be wondering whether they qualify for this R560 plus the bonuses. The good news is that the eligibility criteria for the child support grant are not changing. If you were receiving the child support grant in April 2025, then you are automatically eligible for the May increase, the 300 Rand bonus, and the 500 Rand monthly top-ups from June through October. All you need to do is ensure that your contact details and banking information are up to date in the SASSA system. If you've been getting your grant via direct bank deposit, you should see the boosted amount automatically land in your account during the regular May payment cycle. If you've been collecting via cash, payments at post offices or mobile pay points, the increased amount will also be available at the time of disbursement. SASSA has also launched a major awareness campaign to help beneficiaries understand what's coming and how to prepare. They've sent out SMS messages, emails, and physical letters to grant recipients, and they're working with local clinics, schools, and community organizations to spread the word. If you haven't received any official communication yet, don't panic. These messages are rolling out in waves and should reach all grant holders by the first week of May. You can also check your grant status or update your banking information by visiting the official SASSA website or contacting their hotline. But here's the bottom line. If you're already receiving the child support grant, then yes, you are in line to receive this major financial boost. Let's break down the monthly math to really understand how much money we're talking about here. In May, you'll receive 560 Rand for each child, plus a bonus of 300 Rand. That totals 860 Rand for May. Then, from June to October, you'll receive 560 Rand plus 500 Rand, totaling 1,060 Rand per child each month. Over 5 months, that's 5,300 Rand per child. Add that to the R860 in May, and you're looking at R6,160 in total per child across this 6-month period. For a family with 3 children, that's 18,480 Rand in additional household income. That kind of financial injection can allow families to pay off debts, buy school supplies, purchase winter clothing as temperatures drop, and even save a little for emergencies. The responses from the public so far have been overwhelmingly positive. Parents across the country have been taking to social media to express their relief and gratitude, sharing how this will help them make ends meet in a time when prices continue to climb. Many are praising the government's decision to not just increase the grant but also include monthly bonuses over multiple months. This level of sustained support is being compared to previous COVID-19 relief efforts, but with even more emphasis on children's well-being and long-term family sustainability. And make no mistake, this isn't just good policy, it's smart economics. Every Rand that goes into the hands of a parent gets spent in the local economy, creating a multiplier effect that helps small businesses and informal traders thrive. It's also important to note that this grant boost is not just about helping low-income families survive. It's about helping them build a better life. Studies show that children who grow up in households with financial stability perform better in school, have improved nutrition, and experience fewer mental health challenges. This is an investment in South Africa's future, not just a handout. Experts from universities and think tanks have been calling for a reform and expansion of the child support system for years, and it appears that government leaders are finally taking those recommendations seriously. The rollout of these increased payments also coincides with the winter season in South Africa, a time when utility bills spike and illness becomes more common, especially among children. The extra funds will help families afford medicine, warm clothing, and food that supports strong immune systems. Let's now look at how this initiative compares to previous grants. For many years, the child support grant saw only marginal increases, often not enough to keep pace with inflation. In fact, there have been years where the real value of the grant actually declined, meaning families could buy less even though the nominal amount went up. This new plan breaks that trend. Not only does it outpace inflation, but it introduces bonus payments that are targeted and timely. We're seeing a policy shift from minimal adjustments to meaningful investment, and that's something worth celebrating. And it doesn't stop with the Child Support Grant. There are rumors circulating that similar bonus schemes may be extended to other types of grants in the near future, including the Disability Grant and Older Persons Grant. While those plans have not yet been finalized, insiders say discussions are underway, and if the Child Support Grant expansion proves successful, it could pave the way for a more inclusive and generous social security net for all vulnerable groups in South Africa. In the meantime, there are a few things you can do to make sure you don't miss out on any of this support. First, double-check that your bank account details with SASSA are accurate. Errors in account numbers or incorrect personal information could lead to payment delays. Second, monitor your SMS and email communications closely, as SASSA may send you important updates or reminders. Third, if you're not sure about your eligibility or have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to your nearest SASSA office or community help desk. Many local municipalities are offering assistance to help families register new births, update ID documents, and submit any required paperwork. So what does the future hold? With the upcoming national elections on the horizon, many believe that this grant expansion could become a permanent fixture of South Africa's social support system. Political analysts suggest that if the government sees strong public approval and improved child welfare statistics, they may continue these payments beyond October or even increase them further. In fact, there is already talk of integrating these top-ups into a new universal child benefit system, which would guarantee every child a baseline level of financial support regardless of household income. While that's still in the proposal phase, this current boost sets a strong precedent and sends a clear message that children's needs are taking center stage in national policy. To everyone watching right now, whether you're a single mom raising kids on your own, a grandmother caring for grandchildren, or a young couple navigating the challenges of parenthood, know that help is on the way. This isn't just a number on a screen or a press release from the government. This is real money, real relief, and a real opportunity to breathe a little easier in 2025. It's going to be a game changer for millions of households. So be sure to prepare, check your grant status, and make the most of what's coming your way. And as always, I'll be here to keep you updated every step of the way. If there are any changes, delays, or additional announcements about the Child Support Grant or any other SASSA payments, you'll hear it from me first. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss an important update. And if this information helped you out today, please take a second to like this video and share it with someone else who needs to hear this news. Every share helps get this message to the people who need it most. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.